everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I've got something really special for you guys. We are going to be in conversation with Michael and Dylan, who are both amateur chess players who are making a living from chess. In this video, along with some chess chat, you'll find out exactly how they make this happen. Also, they have a chess channel which is fittingly called ChessLifestyle, with some amazing content which will of course be linked in the description down below, along with the timestamps for this video. Let's get right into this. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have with us Michael and Dylan from ChessLifestyle, one of the best chess channels I have ever seen. Michael, Dylan, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Michael. We have a channel called Chess Lifestyle, and I've been playing chess for many years, and I never got really out of this addiction from the age of 10. So yeah, I'm here now making YouTube content and having fun with
it. Yeah, I guess I'm Dylan, and I guess we have one of the chess YouTube channels that has impressed Ashir the most, which is the best credential I think we've ever had.
Yeah.
So pretty happy with that. I got into chess when I was 19 in college as a sort of an extracurricular activity, and I've been hooked ever since.
Okay, great. So the two of you, how did you guys meet, and how did this chess lifestyle all start, this entire idea of starting a YouTube channel?
So Michael and I met at the UCL Chess Society, and UCL is the University College London. And as you can probably hear from my accent, I'm not English, I'm American. And so I was studying I was studying fine art at UCL at the Slade School of Fine Art, and Michael was studying biochemistry.
Yeah, molecular biology, same kind of stuff. Yeah.
So, but we would both obviously opt to study to get a master's in chess if that was an option. So we spent a lot of time outside of our studies in the chess club and being active, organizing events. We were officers in the society, and yeah, we even started our own chess league. So we've been partnered up on a lot of stuff even before we started a YouTube channel.
Right, and then really for YouTube, that all started just at the start of this whole pandemic. I think around April, we were sorting out logistics, in terms of getting a logo, trying to think of what kind of brand or target audience we're aiming for. And then I think around May, we actually got started with uploading, and it was really our first time both video editing. And actually, no, that's a lie. I have done some YouTube stuff in the past. I had a really old channel called Chess Scrubs, but it was really botched. I didn't edit any of the videos. It was just I would stream them on a really bad laptop and then just upload those streams. But some of them were really popular and actually got quite a few.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
No, not too bad actually.
Title.
So Dylan, you are currently as well as doing your own chess, you're working at an office job, and Michael, you are also tutoring students at chess, right?
That is correct.
So the two of you, how do you guys manage to make time for chess? You have, unlike me, you're not a high school student who has tons of time on his hand. You guys have work to do. So how do you manage time for your own chess?
Okay, so for me, to be honest, teaching my students, that all still feels like chess to me. So it's very convenient because I've got very mixed range of students actually. I generally teach kids between the ages of, well, I would have said 7 to around 11, but I've actually started teaching a 4-year-old girl who is very, very sharp and very, very quick. So that's very exciting. But yeah, around ages of 7 to 10, and actually quite a few of them now are getting really, really strong. I have one who's beats me in blitz half the time. So it's really promising to see, and because of that, I can actually use a lot of the training material I work on in my free time to actually use in the lessons. So not only am I improving my own chess, but I'm actually practicing the lessons that have stuck with me or I'm learning. So by teaching it, it really makes it clear in my head, and they normally ask some really good questions and that helped me build my knowledge. So to be
It's all
honest, like,
selfish motivation.
oh yeah, absolutely. No,
Nothing
I
altruistic
mean,
about it.
nah. I think, yeah. Luckily, with my job, I really love my students, and I get a lot of satisfaction from seeing them like get better and do well in tournaments. And yeah, the more questions they ask, the better. So yeah, I don't know. I think it all ties in together. So I'm lucky in the sense that I don't just have to separate my work and chess. I can just kind of merge it all together, and that's
So
good.
you're saying it merges, combines together and complements each other.
Compliments, exactly.
Yeah, I have a
And
similar experience in that Michael and I are both fortunate enough to have chess-related employment.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually work for Chessable as a content
okay.
editor, so I'm constantly surrounded by chess material. Not that I get the opportunity to absorb most of the material because it's sort of a more technical job, and I don't really have time to really train it in the same way. So making time for my own chess training is a separate matter, and it can be difficult at times, but yeah, it's good to have a training partner in Michael and some friends who have the same motivation to improve. Yeah, I keep a tight calendar and I try to plan ahead when I'll have time to study and what I'll study, and just try to stick to it.
That's great. So both of you actually have very chess lifestyles, true to your channel name.
I mean, we'd be lying to our own, viewers, right? If we weren't really living the chess lifestyle. So,
Very true,
yeah.
very true. So both of you now, you guys are both, well, although you could say that chess training does complement each other, you're not completely focused on your own chess when you are teaching. You are mainly focused on how your students are working. And same goes for Dylan. Your job is more technical. So do you think it's possible in the long term, maybe 5-10 years from now, to continue living the current lifestyle that you're leading and still probably make grandmaster or maybe more? Who knows?
I don't know about grandmaster. That's not really on my radar right now. Not even having a title at all, but
okay, then the same master level, FIDE master.
Yeah. I think it's definitely in the scope of my ability to reach FM at some point in the distant future, hopefully.
Yeah, honestly, like, I like the hypothetical question. I mean, for me, I never considered doing exactly what I'm doing right now for the next 5-10 years, because I know as a person, I'm very volatile in terms of like what I like to do and when I like to do it, and I'm always looking for change. Like, to be honest, even 5 years ago, chess was not a priority at all, and like, I don't know, I was more focused on my studies and I didn't really care about chess. It's funny, like, in the first year of university, I hardly did any chess, and all of my friends like didn't even like know really I played chess, or like didn't really care, and like I didn't really care. I was like doing all these other things, and then like by the end of university, like really chess was definitely up there, and like I think
I never knew pre-chess Michael.
Yeah, I never knew a pre-chess Michael. Exactly. So yeah, I don't know. 5 years is a long time, but honestly, I'm so immersed in chess right now. Like, I think this lifestyle could be good enough to get me to like GM, given like my current work ethic towards chess. Like, maybe like not me personally, but anyone else who had a similar kind of regime where, I don't know, they had a few students every day but had a lot of free time to just train. And I think that's the important thing, because often if you have like a full-time job, you also need some time to hang out with friends. You need some time to yourself to like and do other hobbies. And then that leaves only very little time to do chess. But I've got so much free time that I can actually, have a lot of time for chess, as well as like, living in like a decent human's life as well. So yeah, I think like it really does work. And like anyone like pursuing like a title, you've got to make money some way. And I honestly think like tutoring is a really good way to balance that life, because it makes a lot of money, but normally the hours aren't too many. But if you can get by on like the money you can make from those hours, then that gives you a lot of free time to like actually pursue other stuff, like, I don't know, trying to improve your chess.
Yeah, I think you're a good example of the fact that it can be done, because you're living in London of all places. You're affording a London cost of living, which is
right, very central as well. So yeah.
As for the longevity of chess for me, I think there are some other factors that come into play, like the fact that I'm on a visa in the UK where I'm supposed to be making art to sort of contribute to the humanities. That's sort of the condition of my visa. And that's what I went to school for. So I want to stay active in my art and my own practice.
Can you count
so I
chess
have that
as an
whole
art?
other side of things going on. What'd you say?
Can you count chess as an art? Just like play some beautiful, sick, like queen sacrifice and just be like, yep, this is
I personally do, but I don't think I could make that case to the UKVI visa and immigration team.
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't have any plans to slow down in the foreseeable future in terms of chess. Like I have pretty strong ambitions and goals.
That's great. Dylan, can I focus on you for a second? So you've just moved to Brighton, isn't it?
Yep.
So could you talk a bit more about why you chose to move to Brighton and why not stay in the United States, for chess? Because as it seems, at least to us in India, that chess is starting to go on kind of a boom in the United States.
Yeah, you got the St. Louis Chess Club. I actually lived in St. Louis for a year and a half. Right next to the club, in fact, I could walk there in 5 minutes. Wow. It was amazing. I played in several events there. I got to attend the U.S. Chess Championships, Singfield Cup, and all that kind of stuff. And I met several of the world's best players. It was great. But I chose Brighton because it's cheaper than London. The reason I moved back to the UK, first of all, is because I was awarded this visa. It's called a Global Talent Visa for my art. I had to fulfill certain criteria, like having exhibited in so many shows, having like media appearances, and have strong references. And so I have a lot of friends here. I made a lot of friends here from chess and art, and it's a great art scene. So I also really like traveling, and I want to do more traveling in Europe. So I figured if I don't take this opportunity, I might not ever get a chance like this again. So I definitely wanted to move back to the UK. But as for Brighton, several of my friends recommended Brighton in particular because it's super artsy and progressive. And it's beautiful. It's the south coast of England, right on the sea. I live like 15 minutes walk away from the water. It's gorgeous. And yeah, I love everything about it so far.
Okay. Guys, predictions for the World Championship.
Okay, I'll go first. I would love this is a good question. Well, firstly, I'm really excited for the match because after all, Nepomniachtchi is Magnus's childhood rival, and in any kind of like underdog, like I don't know, sports, anime, like whatever, imagine the childhood rival coming up to face
he's the Gary
his,
to his Ash.
Sorry,
if you know that reference, he's Ash's Gary.
Oh, Ashley's Gary, exactly. Yeah, so I just think that, first of all, the whole premise is amazing. And I love the fact that it's Russia against anyone else, because like I feel like Russia really, really takes it seriously. And they're going to train Nepo to the max to make sure they've like covered every single like tiny ounce of weakness that Magnus might have. So I think it's going to be really exciting in that regard. And I look forward to that. But ultimately, I still think Magnus is such a beast. And when it comes to such an important match, like he will go 100% as well. And a Magnus on 100% is pretty damn scary. So I think maybe if Nepo had a bit more experience, I'd be a bit more confident. But I do have to say, for me, Magnus clinches it in terms of predictions. But I do think most people are like... I don't know, what's the right word? They're not giving Nepo a fair chance. Like I see like statistics online and it's like, oh yeah, Nepo is like 10-15% chance. I think that's bullshit. Like if Nepo gets in shape, like he's never really got like super in shape for chess. He's always like, I don't know, he even got like almost professional at Dota, I'm pretty sure. And just like, I don't know, again, like in his like 20s, like he wasn't even training chess. Like he's had a lot of time off, and now he's had this opportunity. I think we're gonna see like a new level to his play. Given
he's gonna go Super Saiyan.
Exactly.
So I've seen the bet makers, the big bet makers, I think are giving him now like slowly increasing chance, but he's still down at like 25% chance to win or something like that. So it's like 3-1 Magnus, which I still think is a little low. I think we're going to see decisive games unlike the last couple. But I think the most like intriguing statistic about like something that might give Nepo a chance is that in the last two World Championship matches, Magnus has won a total of one game in both matches. He's won in both tiebreaks. So I think the fact that Nepo might not be the underdog in a tiebreak in the same way that that Karyakin and Caruana are, that makes for a really interesting, maybe new level of pressure for Magnus, not to feel like he is safe to just draw the whole way through. And yeah, I think he might even have the best shot of the previous three candidates.
I just have a question. Actually, I can throw this at Ishia, but like, what do you think? Do you think Nepo would make a good world champion in terms of like publicity for chess and progress from there?
Definitely. I mean, he's a very interesting character. So definitely, from a publicity point of view, it'd be a lot of fun. My only concern with Nepo is his mood. The day he's in a good, he's in a good mood, he's gonna play great. But when he's in a bad mood, he can't really keep the balance. He's very imbalanced. One day he'll win, the next day he'll lose. It's just, I don't think he can win too many tournaments like that. That's my only concern with him. I think he's probably the best challenger for Magnus, but I'm not so sure if he can. Maybe he can beat Magnus in one tournament. Can he do it in 2 tournaments, 3 tournaments in a row? That's where I have my doubts. But for one World Championship match, I would probably give Nepo like a 40-45% chance of winning this.
Of winning.
That'd be
of winning. Consider the draw chance too.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Okay, let's say I'd say Magnus has a pretty solid chance of winning. So I'd say 50% Magnus wins, 35% Nepo wins, and 15% it's a draw.
Fair.
I think that's kind of balanced at least.
Yeah. I mean, that's
well, I mean, someone has to win, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't factor in the draw. I don't know. Someone has to win the World Championship.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, guys. The strongest chess player who's never become world champion. I made 2 videos on this, and the first one, I got a lot of stick from people for not including some names. So I'd like to see if any new names come up. So who do you guys think are the strongest players who've never become world champion?
You want us to come up with new names, or
you can just name anyone, literally. Just give one guy, just one guy.
One guy.
Korchnoi.
Okay, fair enough.
Korchnoi is the go-to, but I'm always skeptical of Korchnoi. Like, I swear to God, like, I look at any classical games and it's always Korchnoi making like some terrible positional blunder and getting destroyed. Like, I've yet to see like the incredible side of Korchnoi. I think a lot of the games I saw were when he was past his peak. So probably I should just, train some more chess and like actually see the good side of Korchnoi. Also, for me, Dylan has hung. Oh no, okay, he's back. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I left for some reason. I don't know.
Okay. Best player. I mean, like, objectively, it would have to be someone like Caruana, who, like, if he was, I don't know, in any previous World Championship, I know, like, currently we have many more resources to improve, but I think just given the current standard of chess and how competitive it really is, I think people take for granted how strong Magnus actually is. And I think the competitors would have had their chance at like a title had they been anywhere near that strength. Like, I don't know.
I think the question assumes that we're supposed to take their player in the context of their day, though.
That is true.
That's also fair, yeah.
But okay, I'll give Caruana as my interesting answer. I don't know.
Yeah. No, if wondering about good Korchnoi games, there's a game Korchnoi Spassky. I don't remember the year, but he was playing white and there was some back rank brilliancy, maybe H3 at some point. It was a very nice game. Check it out.
Okay, cool. I'll make a note.
Okay, that was the question. The strongest chess players who never became world champion. Now, you guys, If there's somebody who is starting out with chess, what is the one advice you would give them right now?
Okay. Oh, I want to give two pieces of advice, but
Fair enough. Go ahead.
the first piece would just be like, have complete fun with it. Don't like over stress about, oh, I need to study this, study that, and then get really stressed and then end up like hating chess, because if you're just starting, there is so much to learn and so much enjoyment you can get from the game. It's like, even myself having like studied for a long time, I'm still feeling like there's so many interesting aspects to learn from. And I think it's only once you really hit like GM where the grind gets really tough and might become a bit more laborious and a bit boring to like try and improve. Maybe I haven't got there yet, so I don't really know. So yeah, number one would just be have fun. And number two, I think this is super underrated, but really never, ever, ever, ever give up in your games. Even if you are a bishop down, even if you're a rook down, even if you're like 5 pawns, a queen, a knight, and whatever down, you always fight on. And you would be surprised. And like, I almost have a reputation of winning lost endgames. I probably do, actually. Like from my university days, like whatever tournament I would be in, I would have, let's say, I don't know, knight and rook versus queen, and I'd end up mating the guy. Like, when your opponent is beating you, they slack off. In the majority of people, they slack off. They feel like they've worked hard to gain their advantage, and then they're just chilling. And it's the worst thing you can do, because your opponent, who is worse, is going to try even harder to bounce back if they've got fighting spirit. And I definitely have that fighting spirit. So like, if I'm worse in the position, I'm going to be giving everything to like make sure I regain the initiative and take the game over. And yeah, so I think that's the number one important thing. And you'll also learn a lot more from not agreeing draws, from not resigning early. Like, play for stalemate. Like, who cares about respect? It's like, you know, we're playing chess to play chess, like not to end the game early and like, I don't know, go home and watch football or whatever like people do. So yeah, like play to the end.
Did you see that Magnus was watching Real Madrid while playing the?
Yeah.
Really? I haven't seen that.
And
clip.
he still won. He still won both games against the
Yeah.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Okay, unless you're Magnus, then never give up.
Yeah.
If you're Magnus, you can do everything. So yeah.
So I have two pieces of advice, one along the lines of improvement and one along the lines of just not losing enjoyment in the game. I'll start with that one. It's find chess friends, or at least one chess friend who you can play with, look at games and puzzles with. And I'm not even saying it has to be a training partner. Like, some people might not want to train chess, it might just be a casual activity, but having another friend in chess to share your experiences with is the best way to stay interested, I think. And at the same time, if you are going to take it seriously, it's the best way to sort of put a level of responsibility on yourself to, you know, and especially if you're a competitive person at any level, you can use that to fuel some kind of like friendly rivalry and improve that way. The second piece of advice is similar to what Michael said, is don't accept draws or offer draws, even in, okay, like if you're in a really important like tournament game match situation and you need a draw to like clinch it, and that's different, but it's generally not what we're talking about. In any other circumstance, I don't like, my personal policy is not to offer or accept draws, because you just won't learn as much that way. Just simply, if the game continues longer, you're going to learn more. So
Very fair.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Dylan, thank you for that. I'm going to ask you guys a few quick fire questions. You guys rapid fire rather. So you guys have just got a first thing in your mind, spit it out. Okay.
Oh God.
Michael, would you rather play the modern Benoni or the Bong Cloud?
Modern Benoni. Easy.
That's his repertoire.
Okay.
I hope I get one
Dylan,
like that.
would you like to be a grandmaster or a millionaire?
Grandmaster.
Okay. Michael, a chess book that everyone should read.
Jakob Agard, Excelling at Chess, Positional Play.
I've read that book. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Dylan, the best chess advice you ever got.
Uh, um,
Probably wasn't the best rapid fire question, so I'll give you some time to think on it.
Dylan, you flagged. You've run out of time. You lose the game.
Yeah.
I think Dylan is also hung.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, the question just took him out. It was too deep.
Yeah.
He's just stuck in time now.
An interesting post to stop on though.
Yeah, it really is. Maybe Dylan's not actually frozen. You know, he's just pretending to like buy himself some time, and then he's
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Did I just leave again? What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just cut out, and it was in a really you're in an interesting thinking pose as well. So we weren't sure if you were just like pretending. I think Dylan's frozen again. Oh no.
Yeah. Kind of. I don't know what to call it.
Yes, the necklace. I bought this yesterday. Actually, I went to visit my sister in Bristol. You actually mentioned you were living in Bristol, right?
Yeah. I was.
I visited my sister in Bristol, and we were just like shopping at like charity stores and like thrift shopping and stuff. Yeah, and I saw this, and I was like, I think it looks pretty cool. It was going very nicely with my outfit as well, so I thought I'd buy it. So yeah, makes me think about her, but not only that, but also
sorry guys, I'm just gonna
hey, Dylan. Yeah, no, like my favorite movie of all time is a movie called Ping Pong. I like, honestly, for chess players, even if you don't know anything about table tennis, you should watch it. It's much more than a sports movie, like a sports flick. Like the character development and the sheer tenacity of some of the, like, I don't know, the main characters and side characters are so well developed. It's like an amazing movie. It, just for the record, it's the Japanese like 2002 movie, not some like American like comedy called Ping Pong or whatever. Just to clarify. But anyway, one of the main characters is a character called Smile, and he never smiles, which is why it's called Smile. But his like symbol throughout the whole movie is the half crescent or the crescent moon. So like I really liked his character, so like it makes me think of that too. So yeah, I was like, no, I just gotta cop this. So that's your long answer.
Dylan, sorry to put you back in the spotlight, but what's the best chess advice you ever got?
Oh God, I can't pass. We don't have any passes. I think we should each get one pass.
Okay, fair enough. You got one pass. Okay.
Okay,
we'll move to Michael then. Michael, I'm sorry again. I know this is an impossible question, but I'm still gonna ask it because I'm not the one who's gonna have to answer it.
Yep.
Garry Kasparov or Magnus Carlsen?
Magnus. Just.
Okay. Dylan, Alexander Ayakin or Jose Raul Capablanca?
Capablanca all day.
Yeah, probably. To be fair, probably, yeah.
Michael, chess or shogi?
Oh no, I have to say chess. We're on a chess overall, but shogi has some really underrated points. But that'll take a longer answer.
Okay, fair enough. So it's chess in the end.
Yep, chess.
Dylan, would you rather play the opening or the middle game?
Middle game.
Middle game. Okay. Michael, teaching chess or studying chess?
Studying.
Your students won't be watching this, will they?
Yeah, no, it will be.
Michael's coming right today.
It's too late. They've seen enough embarrassing sides of me, like, you know, what to do.
Okay, guys, if there was one thing you could say right now, like at the very end of this, you know, some conclusive statement, which you can look back at, you know, 10 years later and be like, you know, that was a profound thing to say. So one thing you guys would say right now, which you can, you know, look back and be like, you know, I was quite smart, something like that.
Okay, I would say keep going with the flow. Say yes to everything. Like if some random kid called Ishir messages you on Discord, say yes. Be like, yo, let's do this meeting. Like keep your options open. Never feel like you're stuck into one loop of doing one thing all the time. Just like go with the flow, say yes to everything, and good things will happen.
Lead the Michael lifestyle.
Yeah, the chess lifestyle.
He proposed that be the name, but I had to veto it.
Yeah, the Michael lifestyle. Starring Michael and Dylan.
Something profound. Does it have to be chess related?
No, doesn't have to be. Anything.
Everything is relative.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
I swear, wait, which famous dude said that? Is that like Einstein or
Einstein,
something?
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so too.
I mean, I'm sure lots of people said it like.
Yeah. No, Einstein was the one who gave some kind of pretty girl sitting next to you 2 hour kind of relation.
I don't
something
just
like that.
mean in like physics context. I mean in like
Uh-huh.
every single context, like moral, ethical context. Yeah, art, chess, perception, existence.
Fair enough. Guys, I had a lot of fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Oh, I loved it. Thank you, Ashir. And yeah, big shout out to Ashir because like his content is like, I don't know. I watched like I watched a few videos now, but I watched the first one I watched was like the 24 hours in Caruana's lifestyle. It was so fun. It was so fun.
That's the first one I watched too. That was the one that attracted me.
Yeah.
Glad you liked it, guys. And I had a lot of fun. I hope the viewers also got something out of this. Thank you for coming on, guys.
Nope, no problem. See you around.